Okay, it's January 17th, 2019. Bob's reading from his book, Keys, Love Letter from God. And this one is number 36, and it's entitled Healing.
I have to warn you, I may get a little emotional in some parts here because I've actually experienced some of the things it talks about. So, anyway. Healing. A lady sits in her chair of pain with her ankle badly twisted. She is in a church meeting and a parishioner comes to lay hands upon her ankle while expecting no immediate results. After all, he figures, the great miracles happened a very long time ago. But he reasons the prayer will do the lady some degree of good, and perhaps she will feel a little better. Suddenly, in the midst of his prayer, her eyes meet his, and for a moment, just for a moment, they share something. A feeling of caring for one another, and a feeling of victory and freedom offered in kindness between two souls. Then suddenly the pain is gone, the swelling in the woman's ankle is gone, and the bandage previously wrapped around it falls loosely to the floor at her feet. Shakily at first, unsure of herself, she stands and walks. No pain. Strength has replaced insecurity. Now she begins to dance in the celebration of health and life. The congregation gasps, some in surprise, some in confirmation of faith, and some in disbelief, and even some others in cold fear. Now I ask you, based on that which you already know, is this a healing? For the answer, ask what is to be healed. Was the woman's ankle healed by the well-intentioned parishioner? Was it her faith that healed her? Or better yet, was the healing a result of being in a church? No to all of the above reasons. What was actually healed was perception. The location of the healing had little to do with it. The kindness of the parishioner is an important factor. Did this prayer do the healing? No. Remember, I previously told you that prayer has no power. There is power in the relationship which prayer promotes. Prayer may help clear perception in order for a miracle to flow as a result. However, prayer in and of itself never heals. What then actually needed to be healed? Belief in anything but wholeness had to be healed, and that's in bold-faced dark type. Who then is the healer? The answer to this question occurred when the two people involved looked into each other's eyes and shared a moment of wholeness. Perception was healed by the parishioner and the lady with the sprained ankle, in so much as they shared, even if only for a moment, the relationship which I am. A healing is a kind of miracle, but the real healing is the healing. For in this is perception cleared permanently. This is the stuff of which healing is made. As two or more are gathered in a relationship, and he puts in parentheses, my presence, which I am. There is only one healing ever. This is the healing of perception which is shared, as the relationship shared with oneself and one's brother and sister. This, my beloved, is the most important key to healing, and boy, it gets bold-faced and capitalized. Healing is a shared relationship, regardless of how it is accomplished, whether through prayerful sharing or through medicine or therapeutic technique. It is still a relationship shared between healer and patient. As you turn to one another for healing, you turn to me likewise. For such is a glimpse of my being, capital B on being. your true birthright. If you are alone and wish someone with whom to share the relationship which is healing, I am always there for you. With the healing of perception comes the natural, simple, glorious, well-deserved result of wholeness. This, my beloved, is ours, and you have it, and you have every right to it. I have stated much concerning perception in these letters. Soon, however, we will go far beyond perception in the rediscovery of your humanity. Healing, therefore, is a door, and once approached, you walk through that door to something better. And this next one is again boldface capitalized print. Healing, my beloved, is the Christ. It is the miracle that comes from looking on your brother and sister as yourself and loving what you see. That's the Christ. To you, the healer of creation, God. I have to say I have personally experienced healing with people this way. And oh my God, it's beyond words, and it's wonderful. Can I add a little more? One thing I have found, if someone calls, even if it's about a friend or a loved one, Bob, I have a friend who lives in such and such a state or such and such a country in the world, and they're suffering from this or that, or they have cancer. Could you please help them? I don't think of, oh dear God, please, I may say that, but I'm actually feeling what it would be like to be them and be healthy and vibrant and dancing around the floor in total good health. And accepting that is real, no question. And I do that repeatedly, at least once a day, and many times a day. And so far I've found it actually gets results. So you see, distance doesn't mean anything. The person can be right there in the same room with you, or they can be on another star, another planet. Distance is a farce. All we have is eternal now and infinite here. So there's nowhere we can't reach in all good and loving and wonderful ways of wholeness. It's our birthright. It belongs to us. It's just waiting for us to take it. It's waiting for us to accept it. And this wonderful flow of everything we call healing and all the goodness of God, it's never not there. It's always there. It's just that we get out of sync with it, and we think it's not even there because it doesn't feel like it is at the time. It darn sure doesn't. But when we get back to accepting it, it's there because it's always been there. I guess that's it for now. I know I'm a preacher at heart, aren't I?